All right, gather round because you're not going to believe this story. It's one of those tales that gets whispered around campfires deep in the heart of Louisiana, a place where the air is thick with mystery and the water holds dark secrets. This is the story of the Sunken Parish of St. Malo. Imagine this, it's Christmas Eve 1927. The tiny, isolated fishing village of St. Malo, perched precariously on the edge of the Louisiana bayou, is buzzing with a quiet, festive energy. The heart of this community is a small, simple wooden church. That night, the entire congregation, men, women, and children, gather inside for the traditional midnight mass. The air is filled with the scent of cypress wood, candle wax, and the salty tang of the Gulf. The priest begins the service, his voice echoing through the humble sanctuary as the first notes of a Christmas carol fill the air. But outside, something terrible is brewing. A storm, a monster of a hurricane, is churning in the Gulf, far more powerful than anyone anticipated. It makes landfall with unimaginable fury. The wind howls like a vengeful spirit, and the rain comes down in blinding sheets. The bayou, normally a gentle neighbor, swells with rage, its waters rising at an alarming speed. Inside the church, the congregation is trapped. The water surges over the banks, swallowing the stilted homes, and then the church itself. One moment, they are singing hymns to celebrate the birth of Christ. The next, the entire building with everyone inside is ripped from its foundation and dragged violently into the murky, churning depths of the bayou. And then dead silence, just the roar of the storm. When the sun rose on Christmas morning, the village of St. Malo was gone, vanished, wiped off the map. There was no trace of the church, no sign of the dozens of people who had been inside. It was as if they had simply ceased to exist, swallowed whole by the water. An entire community lost in a single night. But here's where the story takes a chilling turn. The locals, the ones who live in the surrounding areas, will tell you that the story of St. Malo isn't over. They say that if you're brave enough to go out on the bayou on Christmas Eve, right as the clock strikes midnight, you should listen. They swear that if you listen closely, you can hear a ghostly, muffled sound rising from beneath the dark, still water. It's the sound of church bells. The very bells from the Sunken Parish ringing out from their watery grave. A haunting, spectral echo of that final, tragic Christmas Mass. It's a chilling reminder of the congregation that vanished, their final prayers and carols forever trapped in the depths, their spirits tolling the bells for a Christmas that never came.